right, good afternoon. We're here again with another session of Table Talks at Shepherd's Heart, where we have business people and leaders from the community come in and just share their heart and passion with us because we love and care for Waco. Today I have with me guests from the Cen-Tex African American Chamber of Commerce. John Bible, the president, and Rachel and Jocelyn also joining me, and I'm excited to have them. Welcome.
Thank you, Howard. Thank you, Howard.
Now, this conversation began in my mind at your banquet back in December, and I couldn't wait to get you guys in here. So, here we are in March, but still, I'm excited for what you all have going for East Waco. So tell me a little bit about that and your passion for it.
Yeah, I'll start with the banquet. The banquet is one of our most coveted events that we have every year. We have Juneteenth, which is pretty large as well, but the banquet is something that we take pride in and that we look forward to, especially not only in the office, but even the community itself. Look forward to the things that we do. We've heard that we have one of the best banquets in Waco, and that's something that we really take pride in. And so, but the banquet is just not for the chamber. The banquet is for all the great leaders and the businesses and the nonprofits and everybody that do great work in our community, just to show our appreciation to the work that they do. And then from there, we get the chance to share all the wonderful things we've done that year, as well as the things that we're going to be doing. And so it's just exciting. It's an exciting time, and I'm glad you had a chance to make it.
And you're right. It is a beautiful banquet. And what a great setting there on Baylor campus there in the Cashin building. Beautiful. And it was a great time. But it really excited me, some of the things that you have coming up with a new facility that's, I think you're on track to get in.
Yeah, 715 Elm Street was once our home. It was once the place where many black organizations, sororities, fraternities, nonprofits met. And then we left and went downtown. We moved downtown. We needed more room. And so when we left, we had many of our programs expanded downtown. And for instance, and I know Jocelyn will talk a little bit more about the CBE, but when we left, the community missed us. The community really wanted to see the chamber back in the community. And so we understood that. But in going back, we weren't able to go back into the building that we were in. And so we went and started a new location, which was on the Paul Quinn Historical Campus. And from there, in 2016, we've been there since then. And now we get a chance to go back home. We have that opportunity, and we're excited because now we have even more room. We have more square footage to put so many more programs in there and expand the ones that we have currently. So we're excited about it.
And the thing that excited me about that, John, was that it wasn't more space for you all. It was a greater facility to serve the community that you're in, which you're already doing a fantastic job in the place that you're from, Esther's Closet and all. But to be able to create and facilitate from an environment that's large, that's welcoming, that's state of the art.
Right.
That's exciting.
Right. I mean, so many people are involved in this project. It is a project. You're talking about putting 3 separate programs in one building. Esther's Closet that you mentioned, and then our Center of Business Excellence, which is a small business development center, and then the chamber office itself. So it's going to be one of those projects that we can't do it by ourselves. We're going to need the support and the hands of others in the community, and we're starting to get that. People starting to hear about it. They're starting to get excited. They're starting to ask more questions, and hopefully in another year or so, we're going to bring something to that East Waco community that has been a long time due and that they deserve. And so that's part of being who we are and the work that we do. And I know Jocelyn and Rachel probably have so much they can add to that, but we're ready. We're ready to get this thing going.
Absolutely. Tell me a little bit about the small business development plan. That sounds like empowering people to build and live their dreams.
Absolutely. The Chamber's motto is strengthening our community by empowering business. So you get that with the Chamber's operations and economic development. But when you talk about the needs of individuals and entrepreneurs, the Center of Business Excellence functions as an incubator for those people that need it. The significance of having that in the heart of East Waco, where many of the businesses are people of color or historically underutilized, this gives them the advantage of learning the things that they may have missed along the way, of being nurtured through the process that they're starting, or if you need just the questions, the training, the ongoing support. So that program, along with workforce development that happens through Esther's Closet, is a blessing to our community. But to have it situated in the neighborhood where we are serving a lot of businesses that have not had the opportunities that we've seen happen over the last few years, this is an opportunity for us to give and restore in them that ability, as you said, to build wealth, to build dreams, to bring in family into that culture. And so for us in our location, I think we signify that in the work that we do. John and I are from Waco. Jocelyn has had community development roots in Waco. And so we get that sense of community and belonging, but also that aspiration to reach the next level. So for us, we want to be able to serve people, whether it is in their jobs or if it is in their business or if it is overall the interests of the community and advocating through the chamber.
Again, that's so awesome to be able to, there are so many great ideas that get stuck between the ears of some very talented people, and they just need a little bit of undergirding and support to help that dream get lived out. And I love that that's what you're doing.
Yeah, you can only imagine the ideas and the passion people have and the talent. And what you want to do is you don't want the environment to hold back the growth and the nurturing of that talent and those wonderful ideas. We want to see those things out there so that our overall community can benefit and prosper from it. And so we take those people that have that drive and want to see their ideas come to fruition. And so here we are. We're working hard to gather all these resources around town to ensure that everyone has the opportunity to the American dream, is what they call it. So
now, some may call this an unlikely partnership, but what you're sharing is exactly the passion that we have when we give out groceries. We don't want to just put a Band-Aid on a need. We don't want to just fill a hole in someone's pantry, pardon the pun, but to really help them up and help them discover a better way to, or discover, or to help them bridge the gap between where they are and where their dreams are just right there. And with the right partnerships, with the right help, they can come to fruition. And empowerment is a major part of that. And that's also one of the reasons we're faith-based, is we don't want to be held back by restrictions that, everybody has a past.
Yeah.
But that past doesn't have to be the future, and we want to help a better future for everyone.
Yeah, and I think that's a beautiful thing about our office. We're Christians, and sometimes when you're called to do a certain thing, you have to understand that it's not going to be this glamorous, perfect situation that you're put in. And so I am a pastor. Rachel and Jocelyn and Teresa are all Christian living people. So that's necessary. That's necessary for the work that we do, the things that we have to endure, the things that we have to put up, the things that, that we have to overcome. And so it's not about money. It's not about, what we want in life. It's about a calling. We feel we've been called to this. And so we're doing exactly what God has called us to do. And we know from there, He'll continue to bless us. And we can see those blessings starting to really bear fruit right now.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Now, Jocelyn, what's your role at the Chamber?
Well, I am the Center of Business Excellence, otherwise known as the CBE coordinator. So a lot of what Rachel said is part of my role. I definitely have to agree with what John just said about it being kind of a divinely led position, because I was not even looking to, change roles, do anything. But I was actually sitting on the board of the Chamber. And, God spoke to John and Rachel and the whole team and spoke to me, and here I am doing this work. And so, and I'm excited about it. And so what I am excited to be able to do is to offer those resources, offer those gaps that you were talking about, to help those small businesses kind of level up, or to get the information that they need to pursue their dreams, to have that determination and that zeal that they started with, and don't let that falter, or don't let that go away, but to just increase it even more. And so to be able to work with our small businesses, which there have been a lot, to my knowledge, who have popped up since the beginning of COVID, whether they're online retail or they're food trucks, or some of them are actually brick and mortar that have, surfaced. But to be able to offer them those resources, whether it's in marketing strategies or making sure that they have all their books in order for tax purposes, or grant information, or just helping them to promote themselves in a different way and reach a better audience, or a different audience, a wider range of audiences. I'm excited to be able to learn what those businesses' needs are, to learn how we can connect them with other resources and other community partners all over Waco and beyond, to be able to forge their business ahead.
You said something I think that's incredibly important and easy to miss. You talk about leveling up, and the scripture talks about the Lord causing every valley to be raised up and every mountain to be brought down. And we have all kinds of visions and ideas of how that happens. But maybe we're a large part of that by helping to level the playing field, by bringing our gifts and our talents together so that someone else is encouraged and strengthened. And then also, the goals and things that seem so lofty all of a sudden become achievable and attainable. And so we can keep going further and further. So fulfilling God's plan through God's people.
Absolutely.
There's something biblical about that, right?
It is. And we really and truly get it. Rachel mentioned that we're from Waco. We're from Waco, been in Waco all our lives, and we've seen the changes that's been going on over the last few years. The tourists, the redevelopment, the Brazos downtown. It's amazing. Nobody would have ever thought that we'd be talking about tourists in Waco, Texas. And so with that, we see the growth that is going on. But at the same time, when you have certain communities that have been underserved and have been behind the, I would say, 8-ball, then when that growth being so rapid, it could cause adverse effects. And so here we are trying to ensure, just as you said, that prosperity is not just part of the community, but is in all communities.
Amen. And that's exactly our heart and passion as well, because it looks pretty on the front.
Absolutely.
And we want it to look pretty on the front, but the strength of our community is only as strong as the weakest link. So it's important for us to build and strengthen the whole community.
Yes.
Well, guys, you're awesome. and I'm so thankful that you came and spent a little time with us here. And I'm excited about our partnership looking forward. I see good things ahead.
Oh, absolutely. Just the work you all do is just amazing. Believe me, we're just as struck in awe of the things that you tell us about that Shepherd Heart is doing in our community. So it means a whole lot to us to know that there's other people that's doing great work as well. And so we can't thank you enough for the things that you all do and the people you all are serving and showing great concern and devotion to. So,
well, it's an honor. And it's an honor to walk along with you.